brothers and sisters. This is your boy Broja, coming at you with another Star Wars Galaxy of Heroes video. Tonight, we are visiting my alternate account where I am attempting to blitz run gas. Uh, it is now January 23rd, and I started this account right before Thanksgiving and then got the hyperdrive and started the challenge with Wi Fi to see who could get the gas the first. Um, and tonight we're going to attempt to clear a major hurdle by unlocking 7-star Padme. A lot of great things happen here. Number one, we need her long term. Number two, she's necessary for phase two of the gas event. Number three, and kind of more importantly for me at the moment, is having her at 7-star allows me to use her in the heroic AAT raid, and since I have a pretty decent Galactic Republic squad starting to form, I really need her as the lead for that to hopefully get me into the top 3 when the raid launches, so that I can then get more than just the standard 6 General Kenobi shards, so I can get him faster. He's really the only thing that's going to be holding me back right now as far as starting gas. So the faster I can get him, the better. And the first key to getting him right now is going to be unlocking 7-star Padme. So I am doing this event with a little bit of an unconventional squad. It's using all Separatist droids with Poggle as the lead. I actually just unlocked B1 a couple hours ago and wasn't able to gear him up terribly well, but enough to at least attempt the event. So you're not going to hear me talking during the video because I literally just turned it on, jumped into the event to see how well this squad was going to perform. I had been running it with the same squad, only with Asajj in B1's place, and they weren't quite there yet. So I really didn't expect to get past it with B1 in Asajj's place because she's gear 12 and I wasn't going to be anywhere close. I knew I was going to be getting a bunch of assists and buffs and all kinds of good stuff from having B1 in there, but I just didn't think I had him geared enough yet. So there's not going to be any audio during the gameplay because I wasn't expecting to do well. So I'm going to go ahead and let the let that video roll now. I will go over the squad and what abilities I have and what abilities I don't, and how I have these folks modded to be able to tackle Padme in kind of an unconventional way. I hope you enjoy. There we go. The unlock of the 7-star Padme using Separatist droids that aren't all the way ready for gas yet. And the key to it was getting B1 to 7-star to get him into this event. And I don't even have full 100 stacks on him. So let's take a look at the squad real quick. I'm actually really excited about this. I've been running a Padme squad in my squad arena that is underpowered because I didn't have her at 7-star and I didn't have the credits to also get her to gear or to level 85, which I still won't, but that'll come quickly. But now with her getting to 7-star, I will be able to use her as a lead in the tank raid, the heroic AAT. So putting together that Galactic Republic squad will help me hopefully start to jump into the top 3 so I can get more than just 6 shards for General Kenobi, so I can hope to speed that up faster. For my gas blitz, I only have one tune that I'm still trying to get to 7-star. Otherwise, I have all the rest of them that are farmable. So Padme, I needed to get to 7-star here. I'm at 6-star with C3PO, so I got to finish off the Ewoks and get C3PO, and then General Kenobi through the HAAT. So here's the squad that I used. It's a little unconventional for this event, but as you saw in the video, it worked pretty well. Poggle gives some pretty decent offensive boosts to droids through his Archduke. Separatist allies have plus 30 offense, and droid allies recover 10% whenever they attack out of turn or damage a target locked enemy. Well, all my Separatist droids all attack out of turn a lot, and a lot of their abilities put target lock on. So that is really big. He is actually a really good leader for the Separatist droids. And Hive Tactics actually works out pretty well also, just because Separatist allies without the Hive Mind, so all the non-Geonosians, have 25% additional offense, and every time you defeat an opponent, you get additional 25% offense. So he really makes the droids hit super hard. I don't have Warlord's Resolve maxed. Dispel all debuffs from all allies. Going up against the Padme squad or the Padme event, you're not being hit with a ton of debuffs. The Padme squad is really all about buffing their own team as opposed to applying debuffs, so there's not really a need for that. When I go back to do Geonosians, I'll get it. I do have a speed set on him. This was basically just to make sure that I got one turn out of him, and you saw in the video, I think I actually got 2. But it was just to get the Warlord's Resolve because, yeah, Warlord's Resolve. Because even without the debuff piece from the Omega, what we're looking for here is, again, granting all Separatist allies offense up. So my Separatist droids being at the gear levels that they are and the ability levels that they are, you're going to see in a second, I really needed to maximize how much offense I could get out of them, and Poggle's the best lead for that. Also, well, without Grievous. Also for this, again, this is on my alt account, trying to blitz gas. I'm really not getting characters that aren't going to help me for the gas event. But I needed a lead for this, and yeah, I could just use Asajj, which you have to use for phase 4 of gas, but trying to get Padme quickly, Asajj doesn't really give enough boosts to the droids for that. So the choice seemed like Poggle. Then Poggle's also an easy farm. He's in the Galactic War Store every refresh. So now with the extra tune drops that you get, 10 instead of 5, it was actually pretty fast to get him to 7-star to be able to lead lead this team. So, yeah, I geared him up a little bit more than I wanted to, but that's fine because after I finish gas, we'll get the Geonosians so that we can be doing the Watt shards for Darkside Geo. So, then we'll take a look at the droids. Magna and Droidica are probably going to be my two beefiest. And really, that's Magna's whole point in this event is really just to taunt so he takes the hits. I want to keep the attacks off of B2, off of B1. Droidica, they can hit Droidica as long as the shield is up, but Mace Windu's ability to remove buffs, we wanna try and get that directed at Magna versus Droidica because taking down his droid makes him a lot less powerful when he attacks. We're starting to see some maxed stats or abilities here because we're going to be using them once we get to the gas event anyway. I don't have this Zetaed, not because I don't have these Mads. I had them and I chose to pass on it. I'm really not going to be using it. This is basically just ensuring that when he dies, his last attack that he gets in upon death hits. Well, if everything goes right, I don't need to worry about that. And this is really only good when you have General Grievous. Granted, the 70% counter chance is nice, but I didn't really feel like I needed to spend the Omegas. Since I'm trying to do this so fast, Omegas are going to be a premium for me. So I'm not going to get it now. I'll wait until I'm actually kind of ready for gas. And so, like I said, B2, beefy. You can see I've got 3 full potency sets on him. They're not fully fleshed out yet. But the reason for this is what you're using B2 for is the mow down ability, which inflicts buff immunity. So when you're going up against a Padme squad, which is trying to buff the team, then you need B2 to inflict buff immunity, so that the whole mechanic of what Padme does is a moot point. But then you also want the cooldowns on abilities to happen, as well as the turn meter gains to kick in. That only kicks in when you inflict a debuff. To make sure that you inflict debuffs, you need potency. So this is why I have B2 with a full three sets of potency on there, to make sure that this event runs successfully. So. And then Droidica is going to be my other beefy one because he's the one that is doing the damage and taking out the tunes. So he was the only one left at the end, which was fine. We kind of went out of our normal kill order just because of the way that the RNG went when B1 was assisting. So I actually got Kenobi and Anakin. Well, I got Anakin down before I got Fishto down, but Fishto had already used his revive ability, so I was able to get Kenobi down and then take Fishto out before he could do anything about it. But you really need to have Droidica maxed if you're going to be running this. And he's just straight up as an offense, doing as much damage as possible, maxing out all the stats. This squad is actually really nice in an early squad arena shard like what I have. So these guys can really do some damage. I don't have a ton of speed on him. He's I'll get the speed ready when I get closer to gas. But right now my focus was just trying to pass the Padme event to get Padme, so I have a Galactic Republic full squad to improve my General Kenobi shards. And then we have B1, and here's where it's going to get kind of funny. So B1 on his basic, I got it to level 3 just because it's the levels 1 and 2 only take these 2 mats. As you can see, I'm shy on the level 3 ability mat. Tomorrow we get a bunch more, so um, the ones that I had, I wanted to make sure that I could max out Roger Roger and Droid Battalion if I could. I couldn't on Droid Battalion because that's what gives us the stacks. I should have done it the other way around and done it on Droid Battalion versus Roger Roger, but I was on my phone at the time and my thumbs are fat and I was hitting the wrong one. And then apply to blast them. So blast them is, you're really never going to use barrage, even though it does heal all of the Separatist droids. Blast them allows you to target who you need to heal and heals them more, including protection, I believe. Yeah. So as you saw in the video, um, Magna is who his whole purpose is to be there to take the hits. His health had gone down. B1 was able to go. I can use the blast them, help Magnus arrive, and then he could take a few more hits before sacrificing himself. So for the cause. So anyway, that's it. His mods, again, just offense and potency. Potency tends to, it's not designed to do this, I don't think, but for some reason my offensive numbers go up whenever I have a potency on there. Beyond just, beyond just, this offense, there seems to be just a general boost to offensive numbers. And it's a good 2 mod stack, or set, I should say. B1 doesn't critically hit when you're using blast them, so there's no point in putting any kind of crit mods there instead. But you want the 4 offensive mods. So to get a full 2-piece set out of the 6, if you're going to have 4 on offense, potency is a pretty good one to get the other 2. So that's it. We're going to go ahead and unlock Padme to 7-star and start playing with her a little bit. So my Separatist droids are going to take a little bit of a back seat, which I'm pretty excited about since I'm still working on Phase 4 gas on the main. And we'll go from there. So I'll have C-3PO soon. All right. So thanks for watching. And remember, expendable might be in our name, but none of you are expendable to me.